Hello, meeple. Welcome to 15 minutes of napping. 15 minutes of talking, where I set a 15-minute timer. The series where I set a 15-minute timer to talk about whatever I want for 15 minutes. Once the timer goes off, I say goodbye and the video ends, and it has minimal editing. Blah blah blah. It's episode 31. Without further ado, let's get started. It's officially been a month at this point. This series started on June 28th, and that was July 28th, 2025. We'll take the streak, Editor Bailey. We have the streak going for how many times in a row I can set the timer while only looking at the camera. If you're wondering why I'm looking up in this direction. It's not even big enough to fit in. I mean, it's not even small enough to fit in frame. A Galactus popcorn bucket. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Yeah, we attached his horns. Good fair warning, if you get one, once the horns are attached, they cannot be disattached, unattached, whatever. So, just be aware of that. Yeah. Let's start the outfit breakdown. I covered this in another episode too, I believe. But this one is uncharted territory, I think. I'm just gonna check real quick. I'm just gonna look at the thumbnails of videos, of each of my videos, or every single one. Well, this is a tab where I posted 25. Okay. Okay. Yes, I have not yet covered this shirt. Although this is kind of a clone outfit of episode 2. Eat the world another day, okay? No, Galactus is just a guy who gets hungry. My dad's being funny. Blink twice if you need help. But yeah, this is a shirt that I got from Target. Also add that to the counter, Editor Bailey. We also have a counter going for every time I say Target in this series. Me and my father. Well, I think it was Target. It might have been Caholes. Picking the nose, picking the lows. We do this later, please. Cousin? What does that mean? That's the text that my cousin just sent me. Whatever, I'm not gonna look at text while I'm recording. Okay, never mind, my computer disagrees. Oh, okay, that's the context of our conversation. Yeah, we were saying the Buddy Holly lyrics one word at a time. Don't ask. This is the kind of things that I do in my free time, okay? Would you like a cup of tea in it? Um but this is my knockoff Beetlejuice shirt because it's not a Beetlejuice shirt but it has black and white stripes and that's what it's been called ever since I got it. Um and that's like even before I got it, that's what we called it. I don't believe there's anything else of note about this shirt. This is my knockoff Beetlejuice shirt. Excuse me. But yes, what did I do today? Nothing, pretty much. I went to a dermatology appointment because, chronic eczema. And then, me and Dad went to Olive Garden after that. Yeah. Also, we played, like, a chess game with each other, in which... Hang on, let me show you. Let me show you. It must be seen to be believed. There might have been a few black pawns, like, over here, but this was basically the situation at the end of the game. Like, do you see this? Here we have this. I was the one who ended up losing because I was white. But here we have my king, Dad's rook, Dad's knight, Dad's king. And my king was the only person left at this point. He's really hoping to be able to win. My dad left his bishop unprotected for some reason, so I just like took out his bishop with my king. But yeah. Um, and he had to use his king because over here because if I stepped anywhere in the square surrounding his king, then I couldn't do that because I would be putting myself in check. Um, and I couldn't go over here because then his knight would get me. Same for over here. I couldn't take out his rook because of that. I couldn't go over here because then his rook would get me. But it took this much to get me in checkmate. So let that. There might have been like a few like black pawns just like slowly trying to inch their way over at this point. But that's yeah. My dad's backup plan, if I really dragged it out, was to be patient and get a queen. But hold on. Meet the ultimate pawn. In case you can't tell, it's just all the black pawns stacked up on each other. If you hold it upside down, it kind of stays together. What? I'm gonna clean that up. Yeah, let's go back to Dad's bedroom now. We have to get new sheets because the ones are so old because these ones are so old that they're not just ripping, they're coming apart. They're actively coming apart. Also, Dad got us Ripley's this morning. Gasp, gasp. I know. I was sleeping when he made the decision, so um. No, the Ripley's is good though. Whenever his eyes are out, he just kind of looks like an old depressed man. Should we talk about Fantastic Four First Steps now? I said that, didn't I? Never said I didn't like the taste of the pain. My bad. My bad. Yeah, I was in a play called Radium Girls a few weeks ago. Not a few, that was only a week ago. A week and 2 days. Can you believe that? That was only a week and 2 days. So I guess for a while now, I've had, I can't believe I've had sealants for longer than I had a girlfriend. Whenever I did have a girlfriend. For 1 week and 6 days. Yeah. I don't like sealants. I want to get it removed. Oh, Fantastic Four First Steps, right. Yes. So, heavy spoilers ahead. At least I'm assuming heavy spoilers ahead. Editor Bailey can confirm or deny this because Editor Bailey experienced this already. Well, I'm yet to experience it, so that's the kind of thing. I have a hat. Galactus when he was a teen. You can't tell the cat is behind his head. Let's put it to the side. Never mind, his horn's getting in the way. Do you have a hat for each horn? Does Galactus wear hats? I saw my reflection. He's what? Fantastic Four. Yeah, Fantastic Four First Steps, because I neglected talking about it yesterday. I didn't neglect talking about it. I said I was going to talk about it, but then I only barely got to talk about it because I got swept aside because I also started the movie Radium Girls yesterday, which I'm pretty sure no one watching has heard of that movie. I mean, Fantastic Four First Steps would probably be more in demand, but this is 15 minutes of talking about whatever I want, not you, me. I don't care if the algorithm hates it. Bleh. Bleh, algorithm. Algorithm? Bleh, algorithm. Bleh. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, heavy spoilers ahead for Fantastic Four First Steps in case you still want to see it. Yes. So the movie starts out. I don't know if I can recap the whole movie based off memory. Um, the movie starts out. Um, with Sue in the bathroom looking at a positive pregnant test, and Reed is like Sue's in like the toilet room or whatever, and Reed's like in like the outer bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? Um, and Reed is looking for, like, a specific, like, I don't know if it's a cream or what. I don't feel like doing this. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna talk about this, in this much detail because I don't feel like it. Also, I don't think my memories is that good. I mean, hold on, folks. Just because I know that Snow White released in 1937, and Pinocchio released in 1940, and Fantasia released in 1940, and Dumbo released in 1941, and Bambi released in 1942, and then it skips a few in my mind, and then we find out that three caballeros, three gay caballeros, they say we are birds of a feather. Released in 1945, and then we skip a lot. Eight or seven. Okay. What did I get accomplished today? Anyway, if you want to see me procrastinating even more, and talking about this movie until I probably don't have anything left to say because it was so long ago since I saw it in theaters, check out the next video. Haha!